Hello everybody. This is not a type of video I usually do, but this right here is the very first computer that I ever built myself from scratch. This goes back probably around 2002 or 2003, maybe, probably 2002. I bought my old house in 2001 and moved in there, and still had my original, my very first computer that I'd ever bought, which that computer was, it was one it wasn't a brand name, it was one that I had built for me. I went to like a local computer store and told them what I wanted, and they just kind of built it for me because I didn't know anything about computers at that point. Anything that I had known about computers was way out of date from when I dealt with them in high school. This was back in 1999, I believe, something like that, 98 or 99. And so the computer, my first computer it was an AMD based system. It had an AMD K62 450 megahertz processor. It had 128K of RAM. It had a 40 speed CD-ROM drive. It was not a CD burner at that point. They really weren't much of a thing, or if they were very expensive. And it had a 6 gig Western Digital hard drive. And that computer, by the time of 2001, 2002, was just slower than death on a snake. So I needed an upgrade, and at that time I started costing out the price of parts, a case and a board and a memory and a hard drive and a bunch of stuff, and figured out that I could build one cheaper than I could buy one. I don't think you can do that anymore. But this computer here is the result of what I came up with. And what we have here is basically it is another AMD based system. I can't remember what brand the motherboard is, but it's a AMD Athlon 2100 processor. So it's still single core, so I mean we're still talking old stuff at the time, but it was like a 17 or 1800 megahertz processor. I bought the case for it and put it together. It's got a Sound Blaster audio card in it, but I don't have any speakers at the moment that I can plug into it. The one nice thing about this computer that I always liked that I haven't been able to do with other computers since, and it's probably due to like copyright things, I can record anything that streams, any audio that streams through this computer. I can record it as a WAV file with that Sound Blaster card. So I used to record stuff off of, like streaming audio off of the internet all the time. Like whether it was since I'm like a DJ, it could have been like the Essential Mix on BBC Radio 1, which was like, I think it's just Saturday nights. I think they even still do it. I haven't listened to that in years, but we used to, if it was some DJ that we knew, or I knew, I'd record the stream and then turn it into an MP3 and burn it on a CD and I'd have it. But so that was a cool thing about this computer, but I have not turned this computer on. I've just kind of hooked it up. I actually ran out to Savers today and picked up a used monitor, so I hope it works. It cost me $10.50. And I've got keyboard and mouse hooked up to it, but I haven't booted this computer up in probably 8 years or more, and so I don't even know if it's going to boot anymore. But as you can see, or will see in a second when I turn it on, this computer had all kinds of lights. I went crazy with the lights on this computer. It has the case has lights right in here on both sides, and they change colors and shit. They just kind of do it on their own. You can't manually select a color and have it stay that way. It just kind of rotates through them. It's got fans with lights in it. It's got fans with lights in it in places where you can't even see the fan. and it's got like 100 fans in it because, you know, those old AMD processors generated so much heat. I had no idea what I was doing, basically, but so it kind of sounds like it's going to take off when it starts up. But yeah, I originally started here with, it's got the AMD processor I mentioned. I think I originally had like 512K of RAM. I think it's up to a gig now, but I would have to check. Don't really remember. We've got a 48 speed CDRW up there, and then I've got an Asus DVD burner that I added after the fact, but I left the CD-ROM that I originally, this was like an afterthought a few years later. And then I also installed a USB hub in the front. I had a couple of USB ports down here, but one of them broke out and the other one didn't really work too good. So this door used to be able to flip and click shut, but it broke, so it just flops open now. But yeah, so let's start it up and see if it will even do anything. It's been, like I said, it's been sitting for probably 8 years without being powered up. So, and I'm not sure. I know when I dug it out of the hoard over there that I flipped the switch on the power supply, and I don't know if I turned it on or off, so it may not do anything when I hit the button here until I flip the switch on the power supply. Nope, it's not doing anything, so that means I flipped the switch back here on the power supply, if I can find it. Oops, it's because I also don't even have the cord plugged into it. Aha, I got everything else hooked up, but did not actually plug the power cord in. Am I doing it the right way? It doesn't go that way. It goes that way. Okay. Alright, let's see now if it will turn on. Nope, it must still be the switch. I gotta find where the switch is. There it is. Okay, one more try. There we go. See if anything comes up over here. Oh, yep, it's posting. You can tell, I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds like it's going to take off. This does have Windows XP on it. As I recall, this computer tended to take its sweet time booting up. It kind of probably was at a point where it was just getting so full of stuff that it needed to be reloaded, have a fresh Windows install put in it, and I never did because it was getting to the point that it couldn't keep up with the internet anymore. Just all the Flash videos and animation and stuff would just bog it the fuck down, so. Sure what that, oh, that's just like a defect in the screen of the monitor up there. Oh well, I only bought it to basically do computer demonstration stuff with, so it's actually like a big like a chunk taken out of it right there. Like I said, this computer took its time booting up. And it was doing that before I retired. Drive light is flashing. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's nice to know. Windows XP end of support is April 8th, 2024. Oops, okay, here we go. Command parameter is incorrect. Whatever. Oh boy, yeah, you can tell it was quite full of stuff. And oops, it's found a USB human interface. Oh, gaming keyboard. It's probably having to install the keyboard and the mouse that I plugged into it, as I borrowed them off my computer up in the living room to be able to do this demonstration. It says it's 3:39 a.m. It is actually 7:50 p.m. I don't know what the date is. Oh, December 28th, 2024. So that's right. Or is it? No, today's the 29th. So it's off by a day. Like I said, it's been a while, and I don't have it hooked up to any kind of internet, so it isn't going to update. Alright, so let's see. Oh boy, look at the stuff that I had in here. Stuff that LimeWire. What else do I have? Trying to see up here. I was going to say, I've got to have more stuff than just LimeWire on here. Got Nero Showtime, Nero Smart Start. That's for the burners. LightScribe, because I had a LightScribe drive at one time. Actually, this Asus drive is LightScribe, so that's my LightScribe DVD drive. Got iTunes, all kinds of stuff. I thought sure I would have had like WinMX or Audio Galaxy. Oh, there's WinMX right there. Ta-da, WinMX. Another file sharing service from back in the day that actually somebody at one point, after WinMX went out of business, they hacked it and you could download an update for it which would get it back online, but it was just so full of viruses and stuff that I gave up with it at that point. A lot of this stuff I don't even remember what it is. What, VO.com? No idea what that is. Had Spybot Search and Destroy. Bunch of songs mixed in there. iTunes. I don't even deal with iTunes anymore. Anyway, so it's up. Let's take a look and see. Open my computer and see what we got here. Actually, I wanted to do it this way. Close that. Computer description is old computer. Hardware. Device mangler. Disk drives. I've got some kind of Western Digital. I'm not sure what the what size it is. From that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what size it is. It says WD 800 BB. I don't think I've ever heard of an 800 megabyte or 800 gig drive. Memory, where's memory? Processor son. Don't know. Oh well, I'm not very good at searching through this kind of stuff here, but we'll see. Oh, I got 1 gig of RAM. It's a 1.73 gigahertz processor, and it's got the Windows Home Edition version 2002 Service Pack 3. I'm not showing too much because it's got my name right in the middle of that. Automatic updates. Oops. What happened? Hello? I lost video. I don't know if it's the computer that crapped out or the monitor. Since the monitor is brand new to me, see if it reconnects or anything. No, it doesn't seem to. I don't know. We'll have to take a peek and maybe shut the computer down, and I'll check some connections and see if it comes back up. I think it was the monitor. I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it started working again. So this monitor may have issues since I bought it used at a thrift shop. But let's hope it hangs on long enough just for me to kind of get through this video. So anyways, as you can see, it does do all these like color change things. I don't know, let me spin this around. We'll see if I can see any more lights inside here. I know there are some. Yeah, you can see up in the front there's lights because there's a lighted fan up in front of the hard drive there. You can't really see the fan, but you can see the light from it. It has it's an MSI. I can see in there now. It's an MSI board with an 8x eGP. The fan on the heatsink for the processor is running, which is good. I don't know, I can't really do much with this because it's I got no sound hooked up to it. Let me see here. Well, I got Yahoo Messenger. It's been gone for a long time. I probably got AIM on here too. Yeah, AIM is right there. Auction Sentry, that was an eBay sniping tool. Allow you to post a bid and the computer would bid for you at the last possible second. Won a bunch of stuff with that. I lost a few things too because the bids went higher than what my max was while I was at work, and never got anything. I'm trying to see what else we got in here that's of interest. DivX converter, DivX player, Norton 360. I got some videos in here. Oh, this may. I can't show too much because, oh yeah. I can't show that because that's Disney. That will get me a copyright. I don't know what else I got in here. Looks like music videos and stuff. All kinds of old pictures. Kitty cat water skiing. Some of this stuff I may have to get off of this computer on a flash drive or something. This one was around for a long time back in the day. So anyways, I'm kind of just wasting time with a bunch of stuff here. Unattended children will be giving an espresso and a free puppy. And yeah, I don't know. I think I got some old, it's like CKLW. Oh, these are pictures. I'm not sure what, oh, yeah, the big 8, CKLW. That's in Canada, right next to Detroit. CKLW was the big station back in the 60s and 70s. So much for that. And yeah, so this has been my my first computer I ever built. Is not any particular brand. Like I said, I think now I know it has an MSI motherboard, has the AMD Athlon XP 2100 processor, and 1 gig of RAM. And it still works, and this is the first time, although the time is messed up. Probably I know that I always had this thing set to update the time and date on the internet every time it would boot up, but it's not on the internet, and I'm not going to put it on the internet. So thanks for watching anyways, and take care. We'll see you in the next video. But wait, there's more. I just discovered this. I was playing with it for a few minutes after I stopped shooting the end of the video, and I had emailed JK18 a while back, kind of lamenting the fact that since Flash as a product on the internet went away a few years ago, I have all these Flash video files that I can't play anymore, and Shockwave Flash video files that I can't play anymore. But this computer has not been online since it went away, and so this is a tab commercial in Flash video. I've actually hooked up some speakers, so I've got some sound here. I know Jay will appreciate this. Yeah, so, oops, I hit pause there and I didn't mean to. Let me close this window here. Let me scroll down a little, because I've got Shockwave Flash stuff too that is kind of cool. I actually sent him this video here. He says, oh, send me one and we'll see if I can try it and get it to work. And it wouldn't work for him, but it will work now on this computer. But it takes a second for it to load. Here we go. And this is a Shockwave Flash. I'm not going to play the whole thing. You can look that up. It's called Mr. Boomba. There's like a whole series of them, and they're all on YouTube. So you can look at them there. I've got one other one here. This one was just kind of dumb, but for some reason I downloaded it. But yeah, so it's kind of cool that I found out that this computer will actually still play the Shockwave Flash videos and the Flash videos. Here's one more that's kind of funny. So anyways, that was just one last little bonus that I found out that I can do with this computer is I can, as long as I don't go online and have it start updating stuff and realizing that Flash is expired, I can still play my Flash files on it. So that's cool. So I don't think this computer is ever going back on the internet again. So anyways, thanks for watching, and take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.